Hello guys, welcome back to Confessions with Kingkay. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Today we got a confession from one of our followers on Facebook. If you want to share your story, please don't hesitate to share with us. Allow me to read this confession from one of our anonymous. The story reads like this.
I'm feeling so guilty. I joined the company I'm working for in March this year, and everything was so good. I was placed under this guy to train me as I was straight from university. He was there for me, the poor guy. He trained me with passion. He was not just doing his job in jail, but he was excelling in training me. Within 2 weeks, I already knew the ins and outs of the company. He was not jealous. He would even invite me to his meetings, make me known, and like he supported me throughout my training, and his humility made things easy for me. I learned fast and started to be independent. After a month, he wrote a letter to a management to inform them that I'm competent. I was also on probation, even though it ended in May. He wrote a motivation for the company to retain me on a permanent basis and also wrote another motivation for me to be put in his department. He was a supervisor for that department. He was quite respected in the company and the management listened to him. That's what I learned during our meetings and training. They hired me, put me in his department on a junior position, and increased my salary to the level of my position. When I started working, he was in management, so we did not interact as we used to during the training, and I now worked with his staff under him. I got in and the staff was so friendly to me. They showed me love and cared for me. We worked together like a team, but along the way, like every other department, they hated the guy. They hated the fact that he was management's favorite and good at his job. They always showed me his wrongdoings, like blamed him for everything that's going south in that department. I actually also got jealous at how he was loved by management. During that time, things went so fast to a point where I found myself being an enemy of this guy. I hated him because of what I heard from my colleagues that he does as he pleases and treats people bad, even though I never saw such a side of him. I was full of jealousy and I really hated him to a point where seeing him was triggering something bad within me. I used to just pass him without greeting him. He would be nice and greet me, and I will just ignore him and pass. During the meetings, I would just join the group and make noise when we were speaking. We then decided to embark on a go-slow. We responded late to clients, didn't do as per the client's request, and things really got bad in the department. But unfortunately, he was keeping records of everything, tracing every single email and responding to it himself. He started to even work late after work and he will come early in the morning. Actually, he was running the department himself. He then called us to a meeting and asked us what's going on. We kept quiet and after the meeting continued, we hoped to try sabotage his name by ensuring that the department he is managing gets the most complaints from clients. Within 2 weeks, he called us to a meeting again with HR, having records of all the things we have been doing, and we were charged with insubordination, negligence, and many more charges. We received our first written warnings because the charges were many. When we left that meeting, as the group, we were all fuming because now our jobs were on firing line. We decided to meet and everyone was angry about the warning. One lady suggested to us that if we can get rid of him, then our problems will be solved. Okay, we agreed. I also agreed because I was checking the fact that all the people in the department had diplomas, and I was the only one with a degree and younger. Meaning that if the guy was to be fired, I was gonna get his position. That became my new motivation. And truly speaking, seeing how the company appreciated that guy's hard work made me sick to a point where I would wish he was dead. He always had something to say. During the staff meetings, he always had something clever coming out of his mouth, and that irritated the hell out of me. I then asked the ladies in our department on what they meant when they said we should get rid of this guy. One lady then said she knows a traditional sangoma who can help us in Alex. She said consultation was 750. We contributed, and later that day I was sent with the lady who knew the sangoma to go and consult. When we got there, the guy already knew what we were there for. He told us everything, then we then gave him the 750. He then said to us, "Le nyaka go mo fedisha na goba le nyaka go mo shitisha?" I responded and said, "Re batla go mo fedisha rre." He then asked us to come back with 12,000 rand and a black male chicken when we have the money. We left, and the following day my colleague told our colleagues, and we decided to contribute 500 each. The way we didn't want him anymore, no one was hesitant to contribute. We all black, so it was easy. The following week, I with the colleague went and passed by some place in Alex to buy the black male chicken. Okay, when we got there, he took the chicken and asked us to put the money in the clay pot where there were ashes. He whacked the chicken, passing it through some burning muti and all that. Afterwards, he told us to follow him. We got into his car and he drove off. While we were on the road, when driving, he showed us a knife and asked us to kill the chicken and throw it out of the window while he was driving. We did exactly that, and after we threw it away, it was on a highway. On a Sunday, it was very quiet and there were no cars on the road. He told us not to look back. Then we returned to his place and he told us that we should go and if gae ga maotwana ho nyela le tleng le tšeng tšhelete ya lena ka mo. Okay, that made me happy. We got to work and told our colleagues, and we were all happy that he was to resign and leave. 2 days after, we were informed that the guy has passed on in a car accident. That was the week of the 10th of this month. I was so shocked when I got the WhatsApp message, but I was amazed when everyone was happy. My colleagues were happy, thanking me. Oh, in my heart, I was asking myself, what are they thanking me for? Some even exclaimed, "O shwele moloi. Mpia ye nngwe le ye nngwe e na le tšatši la yona." The other lady I went with came to me and said, "You see that the Sangoma's medication worked." That's when I woke up. I didn't think we were killing him. I wanted him to leave the company, not to die. I went that day to the Sangoma and he said to me, "I asked you if he should be removed from the earth or just be shifted from the company, and you said removed." I remember his words when he said, "Le nyaka go mo fedisha na goba le nyaka go mo shitisha?" Yo guys, I can't continue. I just can't. What have I done? I don't know what to do. This guy gave me a future and I did a horrible thing. Now an Indian manager has been appointed to manage us and he's already suffocating us. I feel so hurt and bad. Mostly because when we went to the funeral, This guy was the breadwinner. I didn't even know what to do. I was there because the company forced us to. I am so sorry. I'm just 25 and I'm already mixed. What kind of mother will I be? What kind of lady am I? Killer